Hello everyone, I'm Chris. My friends call me RT, and this is RT Cooks It. Today we're having a bit of fun with a deep fryer. I got a Cauldron of Deliciousness here. We're gonna get set up today for deep frying baby back ribs. We're making poutine, and we're gonna deep fry some Twinkies. We call them heart attack on a stick. Come right back, we're gonna get to it. So deep fried ribs it is. So what we have is some baby back ribs. I've gone ahead and cut up some of them. I just bought segments. They're in quarters or halves, no big deal. And what we want to do for this particular cook, sometimes you take this membrane off, sometimes you leave it on. I like to take the membrane off for this one when we deep fry. It's not a very long cook. It doesn't have a lot of time to break down this membrane. The best way I've found myself is I get a piece of paper towel and I just sort of pick a corner, pick a little edge, and the dry paper towel is going to get the membrane and allow you to pull it up. So you just got to take your time and just slowly pull it apart. So there's the membrane off the ribs perfectly. Set that aside. We're going to take these ribs, cut them into individuals. We'll get these cut up, get them ready, and remember, we're deep frying these. It's a quick cook, it's a fast cook. And they are delicious when we do it. I'm just going to get this cutting board out of the way, and I'm going to wash my hands so we can get to the next step of the process. And we're going to batter up the ribs next. And what we're using for batter, it's really common here in Newfoundland, and it's chicken coating, and you can buy it at almost all the grocery stores. I'm not sure if it's quite the same right across the country, but it's definitely common here, and it's used for a lot of things, a lot of different things. I mean, calamari, chicken wings, I don't know, anything you want to deep fry. So we'll take the ribs, we're just going to put them into one side of the shaker here. We'll take some of the chicken batter, chicken coating, spread it across. Spread it all on. And what we want to do with the ribs is we want to let the ribs sit for a little bit in between, because what's going to happen is we're going to get the coating on. We're going to shake it up. We're going to get, well, I'm going to put a little more coating in, sorry. We're going to shake it up, and we're going to, once it's sitting, the moisture is going to come through the coating and allow you to put more on. So the longer it sits, the better opportunity you have to put more on. So we'll just seal the shaker up, give her a good shake, coat them all up, and we just turn it over, shake it all. So what happens now, you got the coating on the bottom, the ribs on top. We'll let those ribs sit. They're going to bring the moisture. The moisture is going to absorb a lot of the coating, and we'll come back, say in about 10 minutes, and we'll give them another shake and get them ready for deep frying. So we'll set these aside. And the next thing we're going to prepare is the Twinkies. So what I've done, and you can see over here if you take a look in the freezer, what we've done is took the package, opened up one end, stuck a stick in it, and then froze it. So we have a Twinkie in a package with a stick, frozen solid. We're going to dip that. We're going to dip that in your favorite pancake mix. I like this one because this one is just add water. So it's nice and easy to do, simple pancake mix. We'll just get some of that in here. I'm not really sure what the recipe says, but what I'm going for is a certain consistency. I want it to be a pretty loose batter. We don't want it too heavy, too thick. It'll just end up burning. So we'll add some water to that, and we'll give it a stir. So what's going to happen is we're going to dip the frozen Twinkie in the batter. We're going to dip that into the deep fryer, and when it comes out, it's a heart attack on a stick, waiting to go, ready to go, and delicious. You're going to want them every day once you make them. I don't know that they're very good for you, but you're going to want them every day. Give this a good stir, mix this up. Swirled around. That's a pretty good, I think that's a good consistency. I'm happy with that. I don't really know how much pancake mix I put in or how much water I put in. but it's where I want it to be, so that's what's important. I'm just going to dump this out, the water, and what I'm going to do is pour the pancake mix into here now, so when I go to dip, it's nice and easy to get the Twinkie fully covered. So we'll pour that in. There we are. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Put that back here for a wash. We're going to go ahead and just put this right in the fridge while we get everything else prepared. Tuck that away in the fridge. Get the pancake mix out of the way. We're going to go ahead and check these ribs now. So if we just pull this up, we might be able to see the moisture starting to come through now. I'll just be careful because it might make a bit of a mess. So yeah, so here you can see the moisture hasn't quite taken all that coating here, but here it definitely has taken all the coating and absorbed it. So we're going to take this, flip it over, put in just a little more chicken coating, and give it another shake. And just all we're doing is adding layers of the coating, and that's just going to make it that much crispier on the outside. Get her sealed, shake it around, mix it all up. Oh yeah, you can see, I'm going to try and get this off for you to have a look here. Try and get this off here for you to have a look now. You can see that everything is white with the coating now, so you can see there's no more. It's ready to start absorbing more. We'll leave that. I'm going to put that in the fridge, and we'll let that set up. We got the chicken coating. We got poutine happening today. I got these little cups. I love these little cups for serving poutine. Poutine's like a real gooey mixture of cheese and poutine gravy, which I do have warming up over here on the burner. I have poutine gravy getting ready to go, and the poutine gravy has a little bit of a sour taste to it almost. And it's not like a beef gravy or a chicken gravy. It's its own gravy. And beef gravy and chicken gravy is perfect for poutine as well. This is just the way I like to make it. So it's the little cups, layers of fries, layers of curd, layers of gravy, and we're talking delicious, delicious, delicious. That was some deep fried ribs. I'm telling you, it's going to be over the top. Finish it off with a Twinkie. How can you go wrong? All right, welcome back to RT Cooks It. Today it's deep fried ribs, baby back deep fried ribs, Twinkies, and we're doing poutine. I'm looking forward to the end of this show. I can't wait to dig in. We're going to get the oil started. The oil's going to take a little bit to warm up, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get the burner on, and we'll get it started. And now, so again, we're in the shed, and for safety purposes, so we're going to, and I got my handy dandy thermometer, but for safety purposes, because we are in the shed, I do have the fire extinguisher handy just in case. I mean, it's hot oil, it's propane. We have doors open all around us. We have lots of ventilation. There's no concerns. We're going to be okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these ribs right here. We're not ready to put them in yet. I just want to show them off a little bit because I do enjoy this this deep fry here. So we got some ribs, and you can see that the moisture is starting to show through again. We're maybe 10 minutes in there in the fridge for maybe 10 or 15 minutes tops. I just took them out. They look great. They're ready to go. We're going to put those in. We need to make sure that we continuously agitate them, move them around so they don't stick together and they don't stick to the bottom and turn black. And how we know the ribs are done is we're going to see them start to float, or they'll get very light on the bottom. They won't quite come to the top floating, but you'll see when we get cooking what I mean. We have our cheese curds. We have our poutine cups. Everything's ready. I'm going to go ahead and grab the blanched French fries. And these are French fries I blanched myself. I know maybe I say it too much, but I'm just going to say it again. If you're eating French fries, you're doing pretty good already. I just like to have my own, but I use frozen fries from the store all the time. These are blanched. So basically, I've taken fresh oil, and this is the best way to work your oil in, is take fresh oil, blanch your French fries. Cut the French fries. Soak them in water for about 15 minutes. Drain it off. Soak them again in cold water for about another 15 minutes. We're going to draw all as much starch out as we can. Then we're going to take the fries and put the fries in. And I put them in until you can feel when you squeeze the fry, the edges come together, the edges squeeze together, but the fry doesn't break. It's like a mashed potato inside. The outside is just a light brown. And from that, we're going to lay them out on a tray just like this. A tray just like this here. We're going to put parchment paper, full layer of fries, parchment paper, full layer of fries. And keep going. If you run out of space, get another tray, more of them. This is what's left from 10 pounds. I normally do about 10 pounds at a time, and this is what I have left from it. Pardon me. So from here, we're going to check the oil, and we'll see how we're doing for temperature. So we're coming up, we're 215, we're getting close, we're almost ready to get that in. We'll go over, we're going to take a check on the poutine. The poutine gravy I have on the go here, and it is different. It's a lot different than beef gravy or chicken gravy. The poutine gravy just has a little sour, and it's got a few extra spices in that give it a little different taste. That matched with the cheese curds, your French fries. It's a different experience than having it with beef gravy, which is good, but just different. We have the ribs. The ribs are basically ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull these two apart. Just make sure that last shake. Flip this over. Set this aside. We have the ribs here. They're all well coated and ready to be deep fried. We have our French fries set up. We're going to check the oil. The oil is ready to go. We'll just give this a go. Yeah, give the gravy a quick stir, make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. That's looking perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this in this metal bowl because it's going to make it easier for me to put it into the, just break them apart. I want to break them apart a little bit. Get all the ribs, now they're not stuck together anymore. And we'll get this, check the temperature one more time. Perfect. We're going to use this to get them in. We'll put in about half. We'll just gently set it in. They're going to go for a nice cook, and the temperature's going to drop. Make sure we shake them apart a little bit, and then we'll get the next batch. Put them in nice and easy. Big vat of deliciousness. I love this. I love this deep fryer. It is so nice to use. So we got all the ribs in there. Like I said, we want to keep agitating and make sure they're not sticking to the bottom. Make sure they're not sticking to each other. So we'll just roll that around nice and gentle. Spread them out a little bit. The nice thing about this deep fryer being so wide and so open, everything can spread out quite a bit. I'm set this here. I'm going to get a temperature on that. I want to see where we're at for temperature. See how we're doing. See if I need to go up. Yeah, we've dropped down to 350. We're still doing okay. It's not too bad. These are going to take 5 or 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I don't really time it very much. I just kind of sit here, stir it around, just keep stirring it around, and as soon as they feel light, as soon as you can feel the ribs not wanting to race back to the bottom, then they're done. We'll just give this a nice little spin, give that a nice little jolt, move it around. So what we're going to do is we're going to get everything set up. We're going to leave those ribs in there cook while we go to break, and we'll see you when we come back. Don't go too far. Okay, welcome back. We have the ribs out. Like I said, they're in there. They're floating. They're not quite. They're buoyant, I guess maybe is the easiest way to say it. They don't race back down to the bottom. When you spin them around, you can tell that they're ready to go. And you can't go based on the internal temperature because we're actually cooking it past what its internal temperature is, but we've seared it, so it's actually like almost boiling in its own juices or cooking in its own juices. So it's all sealed in there. So going past the done temperature doesn't mean we're going to dry it out. They're going to be quite delicious. So we'll get our temperature here. We're 350. I'm just going to give it a little more a little more gas, not much, because we're going to do the Twinkies next, and they're quite delicate. I have the pancake batter here. I'm going to grab all the Twinkies out of the freezer. There's 4 of us here, 6 Twinkies. There might be a little bit of we might have a wrestling match at the end of it to see who gets the last ones. But we'll just pull these out ever so gently. And I'm just going to set them right here while I get set up. Because we're going to go straight into that oil. We're going to dunk them in here, take them out, drain them a little bit, and go straight into that oil. And I'm going to move the ribs over just a touch so I got some room to set these somewhere. Because they're going to need to cool off. They're going to be quite hot, so I'm going to do the Twinkies before I do the fries. Because they are going to take a bit of time to cool off. I'm just going to tuck this garbage at the back here behind me, have it out of the way. I can get it to the garbage can later. So I believe, looking at this, I think I can fit 3 Twinkies in at a time. And I'm just going to check our oil. Oil's perfect, 360. I'm going to just turn that down a bit to balance it out, because these are not going to drop the temperature. Of course, when you put things into oil, it'll drop the temperature down a little bit. And dropping the temperature down it will help it from going over temperature. I'm just going to move these off to the side here. We need some room for the Twinkies. I don't have tongs handy. It's no big deal. Just use your hands. So we'll get the Twinkies in. Get them all sunk down. And now we'll just put them in one at a time. Give them a little spin. Get some excess off. Hold it here. There we go. The stick's going to go in. There's not much you can do about it. We're going to have to flip them. It's no big deal. They're not going to take long. We're going to deal with these 3, and then we'll do the other 3. Get these flipped over. Oh, they're browning up nicely. Look at them. Perfect, perfect, perfect. They look delicious. They don't take long. Look, they're done. We'll get them out. Ooh. No, not quite done. Not quite. We'll let that side brown up. Oh, we'll get a little bit of this excess out. We'll just shake that off. That's a little bit of the batter. No big deal. We'll just take it off, and now we'll get all 3 of these all at once. Nice and gentle. We'll just set them right over here on the drip tray. Perfect. We'll let those cool down a little bit. Get the next 3 in. 1, 2, 3 all together. Get them in, get them soaking. Spin them around a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing. Take it out. Spin it around just a little bit. Get some of the excess batter off. And then just set it in. And it's going to float. There we go. 1, 2 of them. And then number 3. I'm just going to check the temperature real quick. I want to make sure we haven't shot past, because we don't want to burn the oil. No, we're good. We're good. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Those are going to cook just like that, no problem. We'll let them just float around. And what's happening is the outside is crisping up and cooking. The first layer of the batter that the Twinkies made of is getting a little bit crispy. And that delicious, creamy filling inside is getting right molten and delicious. We'll give that a minute. I'm going to go ahead and scoop out some of that batter again while these finish off. We're doing good for temperature. I'm going to turn it down again now, because they're going to finish off nicely. I'm going to turn the heat down quite a bit and get ready for the French fries. These are coming together perfectly. And I'm going to call those done. I'm going to say those are done. We'll pick them up nice and gentle. Easy. Golden brown. Look delicious. Drip, get the oil off. Set them in here on the drip tray. Let them cool off. They are going to be hot. Too hot to eat. Okay, so we have the ribs. The Twinkies. I can't believe we're going to have this for supper, but anyway, we're doing it. I don't know what our doctors are going to have to say, but it's going to be good. So we have the French fries. Like I said, these are the blanched French fries. They're frozen, individually frozen, taken out. We're going to go ahead and get these in the oil. They are not going to take long to cook. They're going to be a flick, and they'll be done. As you can tell, very alive, very active. Won't take long to cook at all. We'll just give that only a couple minutes. We'll check the temperature. Yes, we're perfect. 370, 360. Turn that down just a touch. Spin them around, shake them up. We're basically thawing them in the oil, but what's happening while we thaw them is they're getting crispy. Extra crispy now. There we go. We are so close now. We're almost there. Give them a minute. What I'm going to do is just grab the salt. So I have it beside me, because what you want to do is make sure coarse salt, love the coarse heavy salt on the French fries. Just take them out and straight to the salt. So here we go, we're ready to go. French fries are perfect. Nice and brown. Drain off some of the oil. You don't need to drain it all off, because you need something for the salt to stick to. And these are molten hot as well, so all this, giving it all a little bit of time to cool off, is absolutely perfect. We're just going to shut off the propane burner. We're going to get some salt in here, good amount of salt. Shake it up. Little more salt. Don't be afraid of it. Only so much can stick, so it's not like you're going to over salt it. Some will stay in the bottom. Some fellas, possibly me, might take a French fry or two, rub it across the bottom, get a little bit of really good salty chip. And that's it. We'll go ahead and get ready here to set up for the poutine now. All right, we got the French fries out, and we're going to go ahead and plate this up, or kind of plate it up. And this is how I make my poutines. I have these little cups, and what you want to do is you put in a light layer of fries, and then you put in some cheese curds, and then you put another layer of fries on top, another layer of fries, a couple more cheese curds, just to be sure you got enough. And then we take the poutine gravy, which we have, it's all warmed up nicely. And I got this tiny little scoop just for this gravy. Now I use it for lots of gravies, but I like it perfect for the poutine gravy, because what happens is 2 scoops is the perfect amount. The important part is the poutine now needs to sit for a couple minutes. So we're just going to finish everything off. I got some icing sugar just to make it look nice and professional here. Bit of icing sugar over the Twinkies. A little bit on the ribs too, that's okay. It's not going to make them taste bad. So we'll get some up here for me to have a little taste. We're going to get a Twinkie. We're going to get a couple ribs. I definitely need to try a couple ribs. I'm just going to grab a fork, because I need to be able to eat the poutine, of course. We'll get right into it, right straight to the ribs. And the ribs are got, they're juicy, they're crunchy, they're, I don't know, they're not fall apart like you might have baby backs, but they're quite delicious. And I think I'm going to have the Twinkie before the poutine, not for any other reason, but it's next in line, so I just as well have a bite. And I think it's cooled off enough now. Yeah, no, I need a paper towel. Now, I seem to never have a napkin when I need it, but that is absolutely delicious. Now this is the piece de resistance. What we do is take that, mix it around. You want to get it all melting together. Here we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Absolutely delicious. The poutine, the Twinkies, the ribs. Be sure to catch us now on all your favorite social medias. Just search RT Cookison and you'll find me. And be sure to tune in next time for more cooking adventures on Eastlink Community TV. Thanks for coming.